All right, everyone. So I know you'll have to bear with me on the background. Today in your station, you're going to be doing organizational patterns. So on page, let's see if you can see it, on page 9, right here in your interactive notebook, you should have this worksheet. Before we do anything with it, you need to make sure it's cut out and each of the little pictures at the bottom of the worksheet are cut out. Also, when you glue it, do not glue it all the way in. You want to make sure you have a flap. Okay, so I'm going to move through this kind of quickly, but you can pause and fast forward on your own as you need. So for the first one, it is, and it's kind of difficult to do one-handed, it is going to be description. But under description, I want you to write the word generalization. We're going to use description and generalization together. Now, with description, when you read things of nonfiction, it's going to be a graphic organizer that looks like this, almost like a little star. So you're going to glue or tape this one next to where it says description or generalization. When you describe something, you're going to use a bunch of different adjectives, and there's really no order when you do description. It's kind of all over the place, where it doesn't matter if you take one thing out or not. So your clues are many characteristics or examples, and your signal words are, for example, including, typically, such as, and to illustrate. So I'm going to put this here. You can pause it and freeze it. Now, remember how I said leave half of it open? Because you're going to fold this in half, and on the back at the top, put the word purpose. Okay, so you should have purpose up top. And I'm going to describe the reason why, there you go, the reason why you have purpose. It says, for generalization, the author provides several details of something to give the reader a mental picture. So if I want to describe the trees, I could say it was brown, it had green leaves, it was 10 feet high. It really doesn't matter what order I put those in. So that's why it's called generalization, because you can describe it any way you want, and it really doesn't matter the order. All right? The second one is comparing and contrasting. Comparing and contrasting is you'll have two things, similar and different. This right here is going to be the graphic organizer we're going to use for comparison and contrast. So you glue here under visuals. And for this, it's going to be lightness and differences are talked about. Our signal words are different from, same, alike, similar to, unlike, but, as well as, yet, either, or, compared to. So I'm going to put that up close so you guys can pause it. So you guys have dealt with comparison and contrast before. It's basically when you're comparing, say, PS4 to an Xbox, or to sports teams, or to books. If I wanted to compare Harry Potter to Hunger Games, how are they alike and how are they different? If I wanted to compare football to basketball, how are they alike and how are they different? That's comparison and contrast. For the back one, under the purpose, make sure you draw a line underneath your last one so that way you can separate it. The purpose is for the author to discuss the similarities and differences between people, things, concepts, or ideas. So when it's talking about concepts, it's talking about people's opinions. So comparing and contrasting, having phones in school versus not having phones in school. That would be a comparison and contrast concept or an idea. Next, we're going to have order sequence. But remember, we actually called this also chronological, time order. Chron means what? We should know this. Time. The graphic organizer for chronological is going to be the 4 bars right here going down. And it's step-by-step instructions or events in order. So for cardboard, our book, we have chronological would be Mike went looking for a job. He couldn't get one. What else? he went to go buy magic cardboard for Cam's birthday. They built the boxer. Marcus stole the boxer. Marcus ended up building a monster, which built the end of the cardboard world. And then the cardboard world got destroyed and Marcus became a decent human being. So sorry if I ruined the end of it. That is chronological order. That's the order of everything that happened in that book. So first, second, next, finally, following, while, later on, and dates and times. If you ever see a date and a time in a paragraph, know that it's pretty much automatically going to be chronological order. Here is a close-up. You can pause so you can read it. All right. And on the back, the author provides the readers with chronological events or a list of steps in a procedure. And I'm going to put these up here because I'm not sure if I paused it enough for you guys to write and read this. So you can hit pause here. All right, so I've only got a 10-minute time limit on this, so I'm going to go through the next two pretty quick. We have problem and solution, and then cause and effect. So these are the two pictures. Problem and solution has a little question mark with the light bulb, and cause and effect has the, I guess the Big Bang, if y'all watch the show Big Bang Theory. So a problem and solution is a problem is solved or needs solving. Some of the signal words for problem and solution is problem, solution, dilemma, puzzle, resolution, and solved. So think of it this way. If there's an issue or a problem, let me look up here. So if there's an issue or a problem or something's going wrong and it needs to be fixed, so global warming, overpopulation, what else is some problems going on? We just had the earthquakes, and those created problems like electricity being out in Puerto Rico. So those are problems. And then solution is they've given ways to solve those problems. So for the electricity going out, their solution was to bring in more workers to get the power up quickly. For overpopulation or pollution, there's solution could be, I don't know. Let's see, getting rid of gas cars and just having electric cars. That would save with pollution. So there always has to be a problem and a solution. If there's not a solution, if they don't figure out a way to fix whatever's wrong, then it's not. And that's where people get confused with cause and effect. All right. So for problem solution is the author gives information about a problem and explains one or more solutions. So they have to find a way to solve it. If they just tell you that something happened and then something else happened as a result, that's cause and effect. So cause and effect is this little one right here. And it says reasons for something happening. Signal words. Cause, because, effects, as a result, due to research, consequently, and then. So I'm going to hold these up a little closer so you can write the signal words down for each of those. And then here is the purpose. We're going to pause this here. There it is. You can see it there. Hopefully my finger's not in the way. All right. So cause and effect. If we talk about the earthquake that happened, or the hurricane that knocked out a bunch of power. Adjust this a little bit more too. All right. So if we talk about the earthquake or the hurricane that knocked out power, those are the causes of them knocking out the power. So the hurricane Maria that came through caused Puerto Rico and all those other islands to lose power. However, the solution, if we added a solution into that, then it would turn it into problem solution. Do we see? So cause and effect just tells us something that happened and then something else that happened as a result. All right. So this is going to cut off in 30 seconds. We'll do more practice about this later. All right. Everybody should fill this in and you should be taking the quiz as you go along. Bye.